Most states are growing, certainly faster than North Carolina. Most states have less unemployment than North Carolina. Most states have re-engaged in their educational systems, their health and human services safety nets, and their transportation infrastructure. We've done none of that. And this budget really puts a little bit in a few places and says, look at what we've done, without even considering the hundreds of millions, indeed probably billion plus, of cuts that are continuing year after year. And I think what's going to happen, I think we've reached a tipping point in terms of our personnel, both in state government and in the education system. And good personnel are simply going to be leaving because there's no sign of any change in the downward progression.
It's interesting when you hear the spin from the folks who put the budget together, and they claim they boast of the new education funding. And I think it's hard sometimes to communicate to people how the nuances of a budget. But interesting to me that they claim credit for funding enrollment increases or funding things that used to be included, that used to be assumed we would do.
One would think that when we enroll a child in school that it would be just purely operational to pay for them and not to claim credit that we're doing something new. I look at the educational budget here in sort of a simple scenario. They're putting on a few shingles for a new roof while the foundation is burning and collapsing. And so what good is the new roof when you have nothing left of the house? And I think that's exactly where we're headed. I mean, the salary increases were minuscule. And when we're 46th, 47th in the nation, we're 51st in principal pay. We did very little to change that. We're 47th in per pupil expenditure. We did almost nothing to change that. And so the majority, I think, will parade around its digital increase, its slight increase in textbooks, which is good. And at the same time, we're sitting there looking at the base allocations, the base infrastructure of the system received almost nothing.